Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hold on, let me fix my camera. There we go. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And hit that like button. Hit that like button. What they do, man, it's a little gloomy today. We getting a little bit of rain. It's been kind of raining down here for like the past few days. Well, it's been a little chilly too. But as y'all come in, man, drop a comment in the chat. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. I just want to kind of come on here and put y'all up on game real quick. Put y'all up on game, give y'all something to think about. Something to think about that I've been definitely applying in my life right now. But I want to keep it relevant, you know what I'm saying? And that is preparing right now for spring. So we just got into winter. We should be thinking ahead. We should be thinking about spring. We should be thinking about the food that we're gonna grow in the spring. So as y'all coming in, drop a comment in that chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from and hit that like button. So I'm gonna wait for a little while. I'm gonna wait for a little while for some of y'all to come in. For some of y'all to start coming in. Okay, we got one person. Make sure you hit that like button as you're coming in too. And also, man, if you ain't checked out my last video, go check out my last video. Go hype it up if you like it. Go hype it up. I got some fight that I'm finna drop. I've been kind of doing some thinking, you know, as far as the content and stuff like that. So you're gonna see an evolution of the content. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Future videos that we dropping. Whew. But yeah. Hope everybody having a good week so far. Good Thursday. I'm gonna wait for a few people to come on in. If you coming in, drop a comment in the chat. Let me know where you tuning in from. Stop that digging. Okay. All right. Appreciate y'all for hitting that like button. Drop a comment in the chat. But look, because I was just thinking about something, right? We just ordered about 30 meat chickens the other day. It's a newer breed that I haven't heard of. I forget what it's called. I think it's like White Ranger or something like that. Hey Jay, what's going on? What's going on, fam? It's called like White Ranger, I think. If y'all ever heard of that, drop a comment in the chat. Let me know if you ever heard of that breed, that meat bird breed. What's the time there, bro? It's 4:00. What's going on, Jamar? Yep, most deaf. Hope all is well on your end too, bro. But I want to say it's called the White Ranger. So it's not the Cornish Cross, it's not the Red Ranger, but it's the White Ranger. PM. PM Jay. Y'all hit that like button if y'all in here. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And so I'm not sure if you guys have ever ordered chickens, meat chickens, turkeys, whatever. If you ever ordered that from off a line, you know what I mean? Like whether you use Meyer Hatchery, McMurray Hatchery, there's a lot of different hatcheries that you can buy chickens from, turkeys, all that good stuff. And so when you go online to order those birds, you know, they usually show you the availability. So, you know, if they have availability, you know, they'll say, okay, well, we got availability December, January, February, whatever month it is. And if they don't have availability, then they'll let you know, like, okay, we won't have availability until like April or May. So with a lot of the meat birds, they're not like they sell out fast. So you have to kind of order your meat birds or whatever high demand chicken or turkey it is. You have to order that months in advance for when you want to get it. So let's say you want to have some meat birds for the spring or you want to raise them for the spring. Did you catch any fish the other day or did your uncle scare them away? Stephanie, what's going on? Nah, he caught a few. Technically, I didn't catch none, but I did reel one in on his pole because he couldn't reel it in, so I reeled one in on his pole. But the only fish that I had on my line, the only really good bite that I had, it broke my line off. So I didn't catch nothing. He caught a few. He caught about 5. He caught about 5 fish. But that's funny though, because he definitely was trying to scare him away too, doing all that talking. Because sometimes, and I be having to tell him this, man. Sometimes like the stuff you put in, like if you say, man, we ain't gonna catch no fish, they ain't biting, then they not gonna bite. You gotta speak what you want. You gotta speak what you want. But if y'all haven't already, hit that like button. But like I was saying with the meat birds, so usually you got, so say if you want meat chickens for the spring or you want meat chickens for the fall or whatever, the off-grid turkey, what's going on, fam? What's going on? If y'all haven't already, hit that like button, man. We only got 2 likes, but we got 8 people watching. If y'all haven't already and you watching, hit that like button. Why should we need to order everything here so fresh and tasty? Because of the spices. Oh yeah, India. Yeah, it's a little different over here in the US. You know what I'm saying? We a lot of times we can order them. We go to the feed store and buy them or whatever. But again, like I say, they be selling out fast, so you got to buy it in advance. And so that just got me thinking, like right now that we're in December, you should be planning for March. You should be planning for April. You should be planning for the spring right now that it's winter. I'm not saying that you're not doing nothing in the winter, you know what I'm saying, and you just all focus on the spring. No, you working right now, doing whatever need to be done, whether you're clearing land, whether you're building infrastructure, whatever. Do that right now. But you still should be planning for the spring. Food that you're gonna be growing, crops that you're gonna be planting, chickens you're gonna be raising. Do you want meat chickens? Do you want egg layers? Do you want to start a new flock? Lambs, goats, all that stuff. You should be thinking about that right now for the springtime. I thought that you store in cold freezer, right? Yeah, we do. Now is the time to start preparing for that. Prepare, because this is the thing. A lot of the things that you're gonna want for the spring is gonna be sold out if you wait till the spring to try to get it. Go ahead and get it now, or go ahead and order it now. You know, especially if you want to do things like meat chickens, turkeys, whatever. You know, hatching eggs, all of that type of stuff. Go ahead and start making a plan for it right now. Start ordering it right now. That way, when the spring comes, you can already be, you know what I'm saying? You can already be established. That go the same thing for your garden. Because what I'm about to do within the next week or so is start planning out my 2026 garden. I'm gonna start planning out my spring garden for 2026. Everything I want to grow, how I'm gonna grow it, you know what I'm saying, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna utilize it. Make a plan for it right now. That way, come time, you know what I'm saying, when the spring come, when we get that last frost, I already have, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start my seeds for this. I have a plan for it. Whether you're gonna start your seeds, you know, or whether you're gonna buy starts or however you're gonna do it. Start making a plan for that right now. That way you could just seamlessly jump into the spring. You won't have to worry about trying to get ready because you're already ready. If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. Appreciate that, the off-grid trucker. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. But now is the time to start getting ready. Now is the time to start, you know, getting those things together. You know what I mean? Let me know if that's making sense. Bro, in here, we don't think about it because we got fresh meat. You know, I feel you. I feel you, Jay. I feel you. If y'all haven't already, man, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Because this is the thing, and I say it all the time, proper preparation prevents poor performance. And so if you fail to properly prepare for next year, next growing season, you know what I mean? Then you're not gonna grow food. And look, it's been growing seasons like that. Like this year, 2025, we didn't really grow a lot as much as we wanted to grow as far as food, you know, filling our freezer. That's why I came up with this fill your freezer challenge. Because over the next 90 days, my goal is to fill at least one of my deep freezers. And that's what, you know, whether it be vegetables, you know, that you can grow in the winter, you know, that's cold hardy vegetables, meat, you know, fish, all that good stuff. So now that I have a goal to fill my freezer, now I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, make room for me to go ahead and start doing those things. So start planning that out. What does that look like? Okay, I want to get a whole goat in the freezer. I want to get a whole lamb in the freezer. I want to go fishing at least 2 more times, go and catch some fish. You know what I mean? I want to, you know, grow some leafy greens right now with some root vegetables or whatever. So I can start making a plan for that right now. Never seen a black Amish before. That's a first. I'm not Amish. I'm not Amish. I just love the hat. And I keep wearing it because it get a lot of attention. So yeah. But if you fail to prepare, then you're not gonna grow. Because this is the thing. We be I'm about to let you out. Stop digging. This is the thing, right? We pray for abundance. Where you from? From the US. The South. That's where I'm from. The Southern United States. We pray for abundance. You know what I'm saying? Like we see, you know, a lot of the creators and stuff like that where they growing their own food and they doing their own thing. And that's what we want. And we pray for abundance. We pray to be able to fill our freezer. We pray for that. But if you don't make a plan for it, then it'll never happen. And to make a plan for it, you usually need to do that in advance. Because you can't just fly by the seam of your pants and try to start growing food. I mean, you can, but you're not going to be really successful. Like, yeah, you might have some successes, but you can't continuously do that. You can't continuously do that. You have to make a plan for what you're trying to do. Write it down, organize it, structure it, you know what I'm saying? And make sure, you know, it makes sense. Let me know if that's making sense in the chat. But now is the time to start planning for the spring. I'm just reminding y'all. So those of you who grow food, who want to start growing food, start preparing right now. Start mapping out. Okay, so 2026, this is what we want to do in our garden. We want to grow X amount of tomatoes, peppers, whatever, okra. Okay, start planning that out. What does that look like? Okay, we're gonna do some raised bed. We're gonna do direct sow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna grow in some grow towers. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? However that looks for you. We're gonna get more fruit trees, right? Okay, we want to put some chicken in the freezer too. All right, so okay, how much, what does that look like? How many chickens do I need to buy? Do I need to space it out? So, okay, we can grow 25 at a time, or do I want to just go ahead and buy 100 and start with 100 and just fill our freezer with that? What makes sense for you? Start, writing that down and making that plan right now. Start making that plan right now. Hey, Jay, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna put you on timeout for 10 minutes. So you just putting anything in there. Let me know if I'm making sense, chat. And let me know if y'all can hear me just fine. Let me know if I'm making sense. I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself. But again, now it's the time to start preparing. Because this season ain't gonna last forever. And I just talked about that in one of my previous live videos, talking about seasons changing, how we need to embrace it, how we need to maximize the season that we're in, but we also need to realize that seasons are going to change. So although you're going to maximize in the wintertime and do what needs to be done, you might be growing in your greenhouse right now. You know what I'm saying? You might be still growing, but that doesn't mean that you don't need to make a plan for the springtime. You know, when the weather and the conditions are nice and you're able to grow outside of the greenhouse, you still need to make that plan. Do what you're doing right now. Maximize what you're doing right now in the time in the season. Maximize on it, but also prepare for the future. Prepare for the future. But my main goal is for those of you who want to start processing your own birds, growing your own chicken, turkey, quail, whatever. Now is the time to go and start buying those breeds that you want, because they're not going to be there when you want to get them, and it's too late. Go ahead and buy them right now. Like I said, we just went ahead and bought 30. And so how we plan on doing it, we probably gonna raise maybe like 100 next year, raise 100. And but we're gonna space it out. So we're gonna grow 25, 30 at a time. 25, 30 at a time. You know what I mean? Because again, 8 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks, they'll be ready to process, feed them up real good. And then while the meat chickens that we order initially, once they get to the halfway mark, then we can go ahead and make our next order. We can go ahead and make our next order. But let me know if that's making sense, chat. Let me know if that's making sense. But prepare right now for the spring. You don't want to be behind. Too many growing seasons, man. We done been behind the 8 ball. We done been behind the curve. And we paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're not intentional, and when you just kind of just going with the flow, it's hard to get those results that you really want. It's hard to get those results that you really want. You have to be intentional about growing your food. You got to be intentional. Our ancestors, there was never a time where they didn't plan out the growing season. Okay, what's going on, LT, man? Shout out to Chicago. There we go. Those hundreds in the chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, okay. I'm making sense then. Because sometimes when I be talking, okay, LT, appreciate that. Sometimes when I be talking and y'all ain't saying nothing, I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know, if I'm just rambling. But there was never a point in time in history where our ancestors didn't plan their growing season and what they were going to grow. There was never a point in time. Now, once they started really, getting, going with what they going to grow, like, staple crops and stuff like that, and that's already seamless. You already know what you're going to grow. You're going to grow some corn, because, this is what we survive off of. This is what, we produce the most of year after year. This is what, so we're going to grow sugar cane, we're going to grow corn, we're going to grow different grains, we're going to grow the tomato, whatever. We know that. But, for those of us who are just getting established, and it's like you just getting into it and you're not really used to growing staple crops year after year, prepare months in advance. So in the summer, you should be preparing for your fall garden. In the fall, you should be preparing for your winter garden. In the winter, you should be preparing for your spring garden, or really your growing season, because it's not just gardening. You got livestock too. So you should be preparing for all of that. You should be preparing. You should be preparing for all of that at least 60 to 90 days in advance. So that way, coming up closer to that time, you'll already have an established set plan, so you're able to act on that plan. But if you gotta make a plan because you don't already have one, then you gotta make a plan now and you gotta act on it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go out and buy. You gotta do all this stuff when you should be in the game. You see what I'm saying? You should be already in the game, but now you gotta put your shoes on and lace up. No, you already laced up. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody ever play football or basketball, when you ready to be subbed into the game, and you ain't got your helmet on, or your cleats ain't tight, or your shoes ain't tight, your laces ain't up, then you not prepared to go into the game. But if you already got your jersey, you suited up, you booted up, you ready to go, your shoes tightened or whatever the case may be, you done practice, you already know the plays. You ain't got to try to, oh coach, how I do this play, how I do this route, or what go. No, you already know all that, so you could just go into the game. You on deck. It's ready. So we on deck for spring right now. I know it seems like 90 days in advance. That's a lot. No, it's not. It's gonna fly by. You on deck, just like in baseball. You on deck to go back. We on deck right now. So go ahead and start preparing. There go the chat. Okay, there we go the chat. Holy shit say, yeah, I need to get on the ball. Yeah, you and me both. You and me both. That's why I'm coming to y'all. Cause when I talk to y'all, it's like an accountability thing too. When I tell y'all and when I talk to y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out there. Okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. So I'm able to get it done. I'm able to see it through versus me getting this revelation and I don't share it with y'all. And it's like it can fall by the wayside. We absorbing the wisdom and silence. Okay. What is it? HR90. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Man, that's where you broadcast from. Southeast Georgia, coastal Georgia. That's where we at. Southeast Georgia. I live in Canada. We don't have winter gardening. Yeah, I mean some places I understand, but I imagine you should be able to have a greenhouse. No, no greenhouses in Canada. Mr. Slade, as always, you're giving nuggets of knowledge. Appreciate that, Stephanie. Appreciate that, Stephanie. I appreciate you, Stephanie, and the off-grid trucker. All of the regulars, man. I appreciate y'all. LT, man, holy shit. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. G Mama Grows another one. Saved by Grace Through Faith another one. I appreciate all y'all who be on here. I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all the ones that I really show up for because I look forward to the dialogue. That's why when y'all gonna be saying that in the chat, I be like, man, what? I don't know if it be coming through or whatnot. Are there websites or books you use to help with crop rotation? Books. I would say Back to the Basics. Back to the Basics talks about that. And sometimes I just do research too. You know what I mean? With crop rotation. I just do research. When I do rotate crops or whatever the case may be, I just do research then and there. But Back to the Basics, off the top of my head, that's a book that can help you. I just ordered some more books too. So I'm looking forward to getting those in and sharing those with y'all as well. Because I done got some good recommendations on some books for homesteading and getting back to the land. I'm gonna share with y'all as well. But Back to the Basics, that's a staple. Everybody, if you want to be self-sufficient, you want to live off the land, homestead, Back to the Basics should be a book that's in your library. A physical book, not no ebook, no audio book, no, a physical book. Because again, why do we need physical books, chat? Why we talk about that? Why, let me know if y'all can hear me. Somebody just tried to call me. But why do we need physical books, chat? We need physical books because the internet is not forever. The internet is not forever. The digital grid may go down at some point in time. We know that. Excuse me. So to alleviate being lost, if the grid ever goes down, we have physical copies of books and instructions and different things of knowledge that we'll need in the future. That's why we need physical books, because everything, we can't depend on the online or the web for everything. We can't do that. Yes, the Amazon is cool, the ebooks is cool, the podcast is cool, the YouTube is cool. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna utilize it all, but we still gonna have a backup plan just in case we don't have this. We still gonna have to learn how to do things. We gotta be outside. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta be outside. The internet world, first off, the internet world is not real. The internet world is not real. Yes, you can learn valuable things, skills, all that good stuff, but a lot of times people be taking the internet to heart, not realizing, man, this is a social media land. This is not real. a lot of the people, like I just had some trolls in my comment talk about, oh, you are Amish or black Amish, whatever. People like that would never say that in my face if they ever saw me in person. They would never say that in my face. So it's like I don't, even when I get negative comments, not saying that that was a negative one, but if I ever get negative comments, I don't cry about it. Somebody say, oh, I ain't never watching your channel again. Okay, so what? Somebody say anything negative. This is not real. This is digital. You see what I'm saying? But we can still use it to our benefit. But I was saying all that to say, get physical books. Get physical books. Now is the time, especially you got a lot of deals going on right now during holiday season. I know a lot of us don't celebrate those holidays, but still, that don't mean we can't take part in the deals. If you got deals on books, go ahead and get them. You get them half off, you get them 25% off. Go and get those books. Go and get those books right now. Even if you don't pick them up until 6 months from now, you got the book on hand. But it's different for city living folks. Yeah, that's true. I'm in the same zone 8. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in zone 8 too. I live in the city and grew lots of veggies and weed. Dang. In the city, there's only so much you can grow in pots in a small garden. HR 90, look and see if there are any community plots where you can garden at. Look and see if there are any community gardens. I was just in my hometown probably about 2 weeks ago when I was driving and I saw a community garden plot. Right, so you got those, and I'm pretty sure like there were multiple of those in my city. But in your city, look and see if there are community garden plots that you can go and start growing food and participate. You know what I'm saying, in that. Also, look up local farms and see if you can, you know, help on their farm in exchange for growing some of the food and everything like that. You can do that as well. Also, look into, like, you know, older people who may have land and farms who are not utilizing the land. You can maybe lease the land, rent the land, and grow food on it. So there's multiple ways to do it. Where there is a will, there is a way. Matter of fact, I'm making a video. I just recorded this video maybe 30 minutes ago. I finished recording this video 30 minutes ago, talking about all the different options of how you can grow food and what. So different things, how you can grow food and what you can grow food in, different options depending on your lifestyle. So that video will be coming out tomorrow. Saying thanks for making a space. Okay, I'm looking to get back to reading. Yes, I'm telling you, reading is so much better for you than just trying to watch videos all the time. Don't get me wrong, videos are great. And if y'all haven't already, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. But videos are great. Don't get me wrong, because I'm a visual learner too. But reading is great too, because when you really start to comprehend and you get it, it stays with you. It stays with you. Back to basics on the list. Yeah. Tilt Top Health, what's going on, fam? Say, what's going on, G, with seasons in life? How do you prioritize what's important to you in the next season? That's a great question. That's a great question, Tip Top Health. So, seasons in life, how do you prioritize what's important in the next season? Okay, here's the thing. Let's say you're running a race, right? You're running a race. It's one foot in front of the other, but you still got your eye on the prize, right? That prize is the next season, right? But you still running the race. You still got to put one foot in front of the other. So that's all it is. So maximizing what you got to do now. So say for the winter, my goal is to clear a little bit of land, finish up a chicken, area, chicken run area, finish up maybe a few, areas for turkeys, fix up some areas for livestock, goat, sheep, whatever, right? Doing all that, maximizing all that, going through the day to day, putting one foot in front of the other. But I'm still, I don't want to say obsessing, but I'm still visualizing and having the vision of, what I want in the next season, right? So looking forward to the warm coming in, looking forward to the last frost to be over, looking forward to that, that spring and what I can do in the spring, looking forward to that and having goals for that, setting goals for that, right? Looking forward to that, but also just maximizing what I got going on right now and taking advantage of what I got going on right now. So that's what I would say. You know what I'm saying? You do what needs to be done right now, but you also, envision the goals for the next season. That's what I would say. And as far as prioritizing it, putting first things first. Putting first things first, the most important things. So coming into the spring, what's the most important things you want to do? So for me, that's gonna be getting my garden planted, getting my area tilled, because I want to do probably like a 1/4 acre of corn or some sort of grain. either a quarter to a half an acre of some sort of grain, whether it be corn, whether it be barley, wheat, whatever. So I want to do a quarter acre of that. So get in my garden, get my seed started, right? Get in the area tilled where I want to grow my grain at, and also being on the lookout for baby goats and baby lambs, because that's when a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, they give birth. You have, they give birth to lambs and goat kids in the springtime. So looking to getting, you know what I'm saying, some baby goats, baby lambs, and potentially getting some more livestock. So, but putting first things first, right? So what needs to be done first, soon as I'm able to start planting in the ground, soon as I'm able to start doing this to take advantage of the spring, you prioritize what's the most important. But let me know if that answered your question. Michelle, what's going on, Michelle? See, I can't wait to start gardening on my off-grid property, such in the city, hopefully in less than 6 months. Thanks for your knowledge. Most definitely. And best of luck to you, you know what I'm saying, in getting your property. Thank you for sharing. Many people aspire to be great, but many people forget to aspire to make a difference. Keep pushing. But remember, always keep God first. No, that's for sure, LT, man. Definitely got to keep the Most High first. Definitely. But yes, people forget to aspire to make a difference. You know what I mean? Because this is the thing, right? We all unique. We all bring certain, you know what I'm saying, uniqueness to the world. So it's like, you want to bring to the world what nobody else can bring, which is you. You know what I'm saying? And my goal is to spark people and really get people thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we need to start providing for ourselves, man. We need to start getting back to the land. We need to stop being slaves to this system. We need to stop letting convenience kill us. You know what I'm saying? We need to start learning the basic necessities because our ancestors knew this. And there was a reason why they took us from this way of life. So I want to get people thinking about that and get people to, like, for instance, I see a lot of young content creators, right? You got a lot of different streamers and stuff like that, and they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. You know what my goal is? The message that I want to convey to those young streamers who are content creators making a lot of money: invest in land. Y'all go out. The first thing y'all go do is buy cars and chains. That's like the starter pack. No, go out and buy 100 acres of land with that $1 million that you got, that you just blew on this chain, or you just blew on, you know what I'm saying, this appearance. Go and invest that. I want to get, people like that thinking, like, when I get a bag, I'm gonna go invest in land and livestock, and not, chains, or, you know what I'm saying, jewelry that's going to only depreciate in value with lab grown diamonds and stuff. No, I'm going to buy land and livestock. I'm gonna invest in skills. I'm going to invest and start growing food. That's what I want, a lot of these young people to start getting in their head. Like, y'all think y'all wealthy because you got diamonds in your mouth. That's stupid. That's stupid. Like, you got diamonds in your mouth for what? What is that going to provide you? Say if all of this falls down, fails, whatever the case may be, what is that going to provide for you in the day where you need food? You like, hey man, you can take. No, they don't want no fake diamonds. That's lab made. Even when you try to sell that back after you bought it, you only gonna get a fraction of the price because it's not, a real asset. So my goal is to really spark people to start thinking land, livestock, real deal assets, real deal skills. If y'all haven't already, hit that like button. What's going on, G Mama? Appreciate that, G Mama. Looking forward to purchasing land in Georgia. My sister lives in Dalton, and property is so expensive there. Dalton, what? What? Dalton, Georgia. I just, I was just looking at some land. So Statesboro, Georgia. You looking to come to Georgia? Look into Statesboro. Statesboro is like kind of like South Central Georgia. It's probably like an hour from me, but Statesboro has some affordable land, some good prices on land. Go on landwatch.com. You can go on realtor.com. But Statesboro is the area, that I was looking in that has the most, affordable plots of land. I'm talking about 5-acre plots, 10-acre plots, 20-acre plots, all for good prices. And it's good land too. Statesboro has some good land. That's when you start really hitting that red Georgia clay dirt up in that area. I got you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the lives for sure. Most deaf. Most deaf. I appreciate y'all being on the lives. Yep, G Mama. Yep, sewing in the channel helps. Yep, appreciate that, G Mama. Trinice, what's going on, fam? What's going on? Long time no see. Long time no see. Christy, what's going on? Good afternoon. What's the weather like in where y'all at? It's a little gloomy today. It's a little gloomy, but you know what I'm saying? We still doing what we got to do, getting stuff done. You know what I mean? But if y'all haven't already, once this video is over, go and check out my last video that I just uploaded yesterday. Go check that out. Go hype it up if you like it. It's stuff like that. Y'all know the glazed donuts and the powdered ones. I like those. So sometimes I crave them. And I went to this store up the street from my house to go get some. And they had the powdered donuts. They didn't have the kind that I wanted. So I was gonna get the powdered ones. And I looked at it. I just so happened to look at it because it was a little smushed. I just so happened to look at it and look at the expiration date. And these things was like three months expired. And so I put it back, and I'm going to walk out the store, and the guy stopped me. He's like, "What's wrong? Well, why you put it back?" And I'm like, "This expired." You know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Bring it to me." So I brought it to him, and he saw it, and so he put it to the side like he gonna throw it away. And so I go back into the store probably like a week later, 2 weeks later, something like that. And I go in there again, craving these donuts. And I go over there and I see the same pack of donuts with the same expiration date. And that just got me thinking. First off, these people don't care about our health because anything that's 3 months expired should already be decomposing. Sorry about that. Somebody was trying to call me. But anything that's 3 months expired, if you got some lettuce that's 3 months expired, it's gonna start wilting, it's gonna start turning brown, it's gonna start decomposing. If you got some tomatoes that's 3 months past its expiration, what's gonna happen? It's gonna start decomposing, it's gonna start turning brown, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna start withering. Donuts, 3 months past expiration, are still the same exact shape, size, all of that. It may be just a little stale, but outside of the staleness, there is animals ain't even eating this. Bacteria ain't even trying to eat this. So why are we eating this? Why am I eating this? You see what I'm saying? And so that just got me thinking, man, they put profits over our health. Like I've been already knew that, of course, that they put profits over our health. But that right there just let me know, and this is at a community level, that this store is willing to sell our people expired foods. And let's just say I steal that pack of donuts. I try to steal that pack of donuts. That store owner is gonna call the police on me and have me thrown in jail over some expired donuts. You see what I'm saying? And so that just got me thinking, man, they truly don't care about our health. You know what I'm saying? And how they package this food, but also they willing to sell us things that are expired that are literally no good. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just not with this store. That's all over. You got excuse me. You got restaurants that'll sell you expired food. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got restaurants that they made these mashed potatoes last week, but they still serving them this week. You got restaurants that say, well, we didn't sell all the French fries today, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna put them in the refrigerator. We're gonna reheat them until we sell. Like they not gonna in their eyes waste food. They just gonna resell it, even if it's expired. They don't care about you. All they care about is the profit. And that right there should motivate us and drive us even more to start growing our own food. That right there should motivate us to say, you know what, man, I'm gonna start learning how to make donuts myself, or I'm gonna look into a healthier alternative. You see what I'm saying? In these little Debbie donuts, I'm gonna look into a healthier alternative and do my due diligence and read the ingredients. And I ain't been eating them like that, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't gonna lie, they good too. I be craving them, but that right there just, and as I remembered that, because like I had when I had went back in the second time and I saw that the expired donuts was right back there. Yeah, I shook my head and walked out the store, but the lesson didn't really click until like the other day when I thought about that, and I was like, he really put those right back on the shelf, like in the same spot, in the same spot. He literally put them in the same spot. So he took them from me, act like he was gonna throw it away, and then he just went back and put it in the same spot. I said, wow, they truly don't care. And this a pack of donuts that he'll send me to jail over. You see what I'm saying? If I tried to steal them, this a pack of donuts. He'll probably put his hands on a child that tried to steal them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because I can remember growing up. And for those of you who grew up in the hood, a lot of times when you go into these corner stores that's ran by a lot of foreigners, you know what I'm saying, and they're in black neighborhoods, a lot of times what they're gonna tell you is, okay, only 2 kids can come in at a time. You gotta leave your book bags outside. If they catch you stealing, they're gonna probably beat you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They gonna call the police on you, whatever. So like I grew up and experiencing this and being targeted by a lot of these store owners, only for a lot of these foods to be expired and stale. They willing to they willing to harm, send us to jail, destroy livelihoods over things that are already expired and stale and not even good for us. That right there should motivate us to grow our own food. I've been sick, starting to recover, so I'm back, brother. Hey, Most deaf. I'm glad you feeling better, Trinice. Get well, get well. I know how that is. I know how that is, especially when the seasons change. Because when we start coming into fall, my allergies start acting up. So I already know how it be. And I be down. When I be sick, I be down. Because you can even ask my wife, like, when I be sick, like, my cough is like, it's crazy. It sounds like I be having bronchitis when I be coughing. So I know how it be. But I'm glad you starting to shake back. It's cold and rainy in South Mississippi. Yes, it's like that here too. It was just drizzling, but it's slacked up a little bit. But yes, it's cold and you know what I'm saying? It's winter. I'm probably starting me a fire tonight or tomorrow. I forgot about some store-bought loaf bread in my truck. It had been there since summer. It never molded. Straight threw it in the trash. Yeah, Christy. Yes, that's how it be. That's how it be. That's why, like, if we do get store-bought bread, we do the Dave's bread. We do the Dave's bread. Because that's the one that don't have no enrich. Because a lot of these breads have enriched flour in it. And I talked about the enrichment process and all of that. And if you want like in-depth teaching on that, go to Jabez Invest. Go to his channel. He talk about that because he really got me and my wife hip to that. But a lot of those breads be having the enrich and I don't know why. I got my phone on do not disturb while I'm on live and I'm still getting phone calls. But yeah, a lot of those breads have enrichment. Dave's bread is really like the one that we go to if we buy it out the store. But my wife, she be making bread from scratch. And speaking of that, we got videos coming on that. My wife gonna do some videos of her baking because some of y'all was requesting that, so we're gonna do that. So true, our health would improve so much. It would. It truly would. And my health has improved. Like since I've been like cutting out a lot of things, I've lost weight. Cause I had got out to like 200. I had got out like 200. And like my frame ain't built for 200 pounds. Like just being honest. Like I'm 5'7", but a lot of people, even though they be short, like they be muscular. I'm not like that. Like my mama is short. My father, he's more on the slim type. So I'm not made to be having no 200 pounds on me. So I lost like 15, 20 pounds just from cutting out a lot of that stuff, and a lot like I say, those little Debbie snacks and stuff like that, cutting out a lot of those. But do I have cheat days? Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? Do sometimes I relapse? Yes, I do. But still, we gotta take our health serious, man. We gotta take it and we gotta be intentional. Like I say, if you ain't gonna grow it, at least do your due diligence and ethically source it. Or, if you can't really like find a farmer or somebody that you can buy it from, if you gotta go to the store, read the ingredients. Read the ingredients of these things. And if it don't have ingredients that you agree with, do not buy it. Look into brands that have better ingredients. And yes, it may cost a little more, but guess what? It's gonna cost less in the end when you ain't got to deal with a lot of the sickness. What costs more now costs less in the end. What costs less now costs more in the end. It's gonna cost you more in the end if you try to really buy the cheap things and the quick fixes and all that stuff. It's gonna catch up to you in the end. Family man, say first live here. Thanks for the info. Most deaf. If you ain't already family man, hit that subscribe button for more lives like this. I've been going live like every other day. But yeah, if you want more live videos, chopping it up like this, hit that subscribe button. If y'all haven't already, hit that like button too. This is going to sound silly, but can you do some videos on safely fire starting on your land, like what to consider starting one and where to place it in relation to livestock, home garden, etc.? That is not a silly question, trainees. That is not a silly question because you know why? Because I didn't start really starting fires on my property until recently. Now I had done some before, but up until recently, when my uncle kind of like showed me like what he do and how he do his fires, that's when I started really learning a lot. So that makes sense. But one thing I can tell you, like be in a place to where like for instance, like first off, it depends on what kind of fire you want. Like, if you want to start like you cutting down brush and stuff, start a fire, just make sure it's in a contained area that don't got a lot of stuff around it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a little bit of open space. You know what I mean? But also keep a bucket of water like handy. Keep it like kind of next to the fire, just in case. Just in case the fire try to start spreading and stuff like that. Keep a bucket of water, handy. But those are some of the things to look out for, I would say. And I would say also, if you just starting off, don't use gas to start your fire. Because gas is like explosive, it's highly flammable. I use gas because I know how to contain it, but if you just starting off, don't use no gas or nothing to start no fire. Because first off, you trying to start that fire. Let's say you done dump gasoline all over the brush or the wood or whatever you finna burn up, and you try to go light it with a regular lighter, it's gonna poof. It's gonna do like that. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Get some lighter fluid or something, or get something like, oh, another thing is those little tumbleweeds, because I be grilling a lot and I use tumbleweeds to light my charcoal to heat my charcoal up. Get tumbleweeds, because tumbleweeds you can light it and it's gonna hold a flame for at least a minute or two. And so like you get your brush pile in order, and you want to stack your brush in a way to where the fire is gonna really catch and kindle. Whatever whether it's wood or whatever, stack it in a way to where it's kind of like center, and you can stack it and it's gonna catch. You know what I mean? And put a tumbleweed under there. Put a tumbleweed under there. I'm purchasing some books on these topics too. I've already ordered some of the ones you recommended as Christmas gifts for myself and family. That's good. That's good. And now is the time, like I say, hey, what's going on, Sonya T? Now is the time to start ordering a lot of these books. Like I say, I got a cart full of books on Amazon. I got books on. I've been, just getting books on a lot of stuff, because books give you insight that videos won't, or even a lot of times that research won't. Books will give you that insight. So that's why I always recommend books. Say thanks for that info. No, for sure. For sure. And then I got burn barrels too. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you got like logs and stuff, like little short logs. You know what I'm saying? You can go get a little burn barrel, and you can put your fire in that. Or you could do like a little burn, like you could do the short burn barrels, you could do the long burn barrels. You know what I'm saying? You can do can fires. Like, there's a lot of different ways you could do fires. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't gotta be you just, got a whole pile of brush. No, if you want to just have some firewood and just burn a fire like that, you can do it like that too. That's such a great idea, Sonya. I will check there soon. What Sonya said? Oh, Goodwill. Yeah, Sonya, thank you for that. If you don't want to, yeah, go check out the Goodwill. Go check out the Goodwill. Hey man, is rap dying? I don't know, but I'm finna put you in timeout because we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about rap. But yeah, Goodwill, thrift stores, those things like that. Yes, those are definitely places you can go get books from. Yard sales, Facebook Marketplace. Like, we just got some Dr. Seuss books off Facebook Marketplace. Some Dr. Seuss books for the kids. Paid $10 for some Dr. Seuss books for the kids off Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is a gem. Craigslist too. People sleep on Craigslist, but Craigslist is good too. But Facebook Marketplace, love it. And I ain't gonna lie, somebody made me mad on Facebook Marketplace like last week. Should I tell y'all about that story? Because I'm kind of over it now. But I got real deal mad. Hello from Seoul, California. First time on your live. What's going on, Petrie Gardening? Shout out to Southern California. Shout out to Southern California. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you're hearing. But yeah, so I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I was on Facebook Marketplace and I came across a sweet deal on a dog kennel. Sweet deal. I'm talking about, like, one of those heavy duty kennels, nice size. I think she said what? $75. This like a $400 kennel. $75. Looked good, everything. You know what I'm saying? I message her. Ooh, I'm like, hey, I can come get it right now. She's like, all right, just give me a minute. I'm in Savannah right now, but when I get back home, I'm gonna text you so you can come pick it up. I'm like, cool. So I done go gas up the truck, everything. I'm finna go, because I gotta drive like an hour plus to go get this. Cause it's in, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like an hour away. And so I gas up, I'm waiting. I'm talking about I'm in the truck waiting. And then so, after about an hour or so, I'm like, man, I'm gonna just do some stuff in the meantime until she hit me up. Man, about 3 hours go by, I hit her up. I'm like, hey, what's going on? With the dog kennel or whatever. She like, oh, I'm sorry, I sold it to somebody else. Man, that made me so mad, because I'm like, communication. You could have told me that. You could have told me that. You could have told me when I messaged you, hey, somebody already messaged me. If they don't fall through, then you can get it. But don't make me think that I gotta drive an hour to come get it. I'm already preparing. So I done wasted money for gas. I done wasted time. You know what I mean? But yeah, that made me mad. Yeah, I was so upset, Michelle. I was highly upset. And I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to cuss her out. I'm gonna just be honest with you. This is just me being real with you. I want to cuss her out. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I ain't bringing the ratchetness out. I ain't bringing the ratchetness out. Get the books at resale. I got growing, gardening, plumbing, electrical. Yes. Resell. Good advice. Also, do you think your wife will be open to showing homesteading tasks she's grown comfortable with doing that she wasn't comfortable with doing first as a woman? Yes, trainee. So we just ordered 30 meat chickens. So we could do a video about that because at first she wasn't comfortable processing meat birds, but now she's a pro at it. And so yes, I can get her to talk about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And like cooking from scratch. Like my wife, she bakes from scratch. She does bread. You know what I'm saying? She do a lot of stuff from scratch. So she could talk about that as well because she wasn't always like that wasn't always on her to-do list. That wasn't always in her repertoire. She didn't necessarily like that, but now she does it. Also, homeschooling is another one. So yeah, I can get her to talk about that. She probably saw your color. Yes, House of Lamar. Yes, that's what I think it was. That's what I think it was because I had asked her too. I'm like, you do cash out because usually if I see something on marketplace that I like, I'll send you a cash out. So that way I just pay you. I can come pick it up whenever. You see what I'm saying? Because so I asked her like, you take cash out, and she was like, no, I only do cash. So I'm like, okay, cool. I done went to the bank and got cash out. That's another thing. So I went and gassed up. I went to the bank and got cash out. So I'm already in town. So I'm like, man, yeah. But she probably did see my color. She probably did. Did you rate her? That was so messed up. Yep, I rated her 1 star. That's why because I rated her 1 star. And I basically put that on there. Yep, people is still racist. That's true. I ain't gonna put that on her, but hey, it could be, it could not be. But I know yeah. But say I sell there and those ratings matter. Yes, they do matter. They do matter. Good business. Do good business. Do good business. That's all it is. Because one thing that the military taught me is communication. Communication. Like when I used to be a young private E1, E2 in the army, and I'm running late, because yeah, you get in trouble for being late to formation, being late to work. You get in trouble for that. I'm talking about push up. You gotta do real deal push up. You get smoked. That's what they call it, smoke. But this is the thing: the severity of your consequence depends on your communication. So if I'm running late 5 minutes and I call my boss or I text my boss and say, "Hey, Sarge, I'm gonna be 5 minutes. I'm running 5 minutes late. This what happened. Whatever." Okay, cool. Because like my soldiers, that's what I would tell my soldiers. Just communicate with me. If you're not gonna be here on time, at least text me so that I can track what's going on. I can provide an accountability status to a first sergeant, a sergeant major, whoever. So I can communicate with me. And so that's one thing I always learn. So even when I'm selling stuff on marketplace, I communicate. Hey, somebody else, checking this out. If they don't follow through, I'll let you know. So just communicate with me. Don't have me, thinking that, oh, this is a green light when it's really a yellow light. That would be good about safe burns on the property I'm faced with when I can do it and how. Yeah, because it's Christy, it's easy for a fire to get out of hand if you're not careful. And that's why I say the smaller the better. If you can start small with a fire, start small. If you got a lot of brush you need to burn, make sure, you take precautionary measures, do some of those things I named, have like little buckets of water available, whatever. To the point to where if it do start spreading, then you could like at least pour some water on it, have the fire department on speed dial, let them know, hey, I'm doing a controlled burn, like things like that. Like if you got to do like burn a lot of like, say you got to burn a lot of brush, a lot of trees, whatever, you can call the fire department and say, hey, we're doing a controlled burn. I just want to keep y'all notified. This is where I'm at, just in case it starts to spread. That way they'll already be on alert. You know what I'm saying? Just in case that happens. I like her garden and harvest and sowing video. Okay. Okay, cool. Trey niece. Okay, I'm gonna let her know that. I'm gonna let her know that so she can get motivated to get out there. You know what I'm saying? So she can get motivated to get out there because she want to do more videos and stuff like that. But life just be life and sometimes. So informative. Then went to the bank and took money out. You didn't have to. I'm trying to tell you. Tilt Top, like man. But I can laugh now. But boy, it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny on that day. It wasn't funny. Cause like I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Just at least, don't do people like that. That's all. Those rated, man, a good thing you rated her. Yep, rated her 1 star. Should have did a 0. I don't know if you can even do a 0, but that's what I should have did. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I get blessings in the future. I ain't even worried about it. I ain't even worried about that. But yeah, again, I'm gonna get back to the topic to remind y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Now is the time to start preparing for spring. And by preparing, I mean making your plan. Making your plan, getting your goals established right now. Like I say, we just ordered meat chickens. Our meat chickens will be here next week. but they'll probably be ready for processing around spring, maybe before that. But we're gonna order some more meat chickens for spring. We're gonna order turkeys. We're gonna order all that. If y'all want to order chicks offline, you know what I'm saying? You can order chicks, hatching eggs, turkeys, quail. You can order all that offline. If y'all want a good place to go to either Meyer Hatchery, that's Meyer, Meyer Hatchery, or McMurray Hatchery. You can Google those two. Those are hatcheries that I have bought from in the past, time and time again. They haven't failed me. So those are some good hatcheries. And like I say, if you want turkeys, you want chickens, really, if you want turkeys, you should be buying those right now. You should be buying those right now. Because those really, you know, people buy those up fast. Turkey hatching eggs and, you know, baby turkeys. Those go pretty fast. So do meat birds. So now is the time. If they get, like, say you want to get some, but they don't got availability to January, go ahead and get that for January. Because if you wait to January to try to go get those, then they probably won't have no more until March. So right now is the time. Put the companies in a link. Okay, I'll drop that once I'm done. Once we get off of here. But if y'all haven't already, when we done here, go check out my last video. Hype it up too. Hype it up, man. We got videos coming. I got a video dropping tomorrow, talking about some gardening stuff. Take a break from a little bit of prepping mindset. Talk about some of this growing food and stuff like that. And then I'm doing some long form content too. I'm just really trying to structure it right because I want to get back into vlogs, but I don't want it to be like vlogging. I want it to be structured differently. So I'm kind of like, you know, in the phase of kind of creating that structure and what I want it to look like. So y'all be on the lookout for more long form content where I'm taking y'all along with me and we doing stuff and we building stuff and we, you know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. You plan on writing a book as well? I know you bought Jabez. I tuned into him as well. Yeah, I'm actually in the process of writing my book right now. I'm probably like 2 chapters in, 2-3 chapters in. Just talking about, you know, my experience going from how I grew up to farming and just really, you know, giving basic steps that you could take, you know what I'm saying, as a beginner. So yeah, I'm like 2 chapters in on my book. And thank you for reminding me because I got to get back on that. I kind of took a break for a little while, but I got to get back on that. But yeah, now's the time to start preparing for spring. And spring, prepare for summer. Summer, prepare for fall. Fall, prepare for winter. So you want to prepare for the season, the upcoming season, in the current season. That's what you want to do. Appreciate that, Trinice. That's what you want to do. And if you do that, again, you will perform well. You'll have abundance. You'll grow a lot of food. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Because see, right now, I'm about to trim my fig tree. I'm about to prune my fig tree. Both of them, actually. And my pomegranate. So I'm finna start pruning those and fertilizing those now. You know what I'm saying? So come springtime, you know what I'm saying, they'll start growing and blooming and blossoming because I didn't get a lot of figs this year. But that's because I didn't prune my tree. I didn't take the time to really fertilize it and, you know what I'm saying, cut a lot of the brush around it. So I'm about to do that as well. I'm also about to prepare for a vineyard as well. So like, you know, start growing some grapes and stuff like that, building my structure for that, building my trellises for that. So, you know, I got all that. So now is the time to start doing that while you ain't got to worry about pulling weeds out the garden. You can build infrastructure when you ain't got to worry about that. But when you actively gardening, when you pulling the weeds, when you watering, when you fertilize, when you doing all that, you ain't got time to build structures like that. Yep, love Jabez. Yep, definitely. I learned a lot from him as well. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go, man. If you haven't already joined the Set Apart Tribe in Facebook, it's free. But if you want a lot of the courses and stuff that we have a paid tier as well on the school platform. Go join that community, man. We got people joining. You know what I'm saying? We got a few people joining, man, this week. So go ahead and check that out. We're gonna be doing Zoom calls and that, all that type of stuff. So if y'all want to be involved in that, go check that out. It's only $15 a month. We're gonna keep it at $15 a month. And also, if you want exclusive content on here, like a lot of the previous live videos that I've done that did well, I put those in the member only tab. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to support the channel by that, my neighbor, he's starting it up. So I'm finna let y'all go. But if you want access a lot of those videos and some exclusive content, join the membership here on YouTube as well, man. But yeah, he's starting shooting. I got some things to do. I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. Like I always say, he who has the power to feed you also has the power to starve you. See y'all on the next one.